Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. Welcome to my review now of NIEN NUNB. This is episode 106, I believe, is it? Yes, it is. Because it's VC106 NIEN NUNB, so I don't have this one loose. However, I do have a little consolation for you. I want to show you a little bit of head swapping magic that you can do with this Kian Farlander and this NIEN NUNB that was released in the Force Awakens line, which was a peg warmer as well, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But do you know which one I would really love to have loose? This guy here. I'd firstly like to just dedicate this video, please, to a guy, a reviewer in Australia, NIEN NUNB fan extraordinaire. Of course, that's Rogue Quan Ram, I believe. He was the first winner of my first ever giveaway as well. So this one I want to dedicate to him. He's a big fan of NIEN NUNB, or NIEN NUNB, however you want to pronounce him. But do you know what? I had this as a kid, this figure. That's why I like this one. It's a good image, isn't it, as well? Look at that. Brilliant. That hasn't changed. They might have done something to maybe tidy it. But that's exactly as I remember it. And I've said this before about NIEN NUNB. I had not one, not two, but three of him loose as a kid. That's because I was too young to have any sense. And there was no sort of perception of keeping things carded. What would have happened is he would have been a peg warmer or something back then. And I would have had one. And then, you know, probably another family member would have bought me one, or a friend of the family knew I liked Star Wars and saw one in a shop and bought it for me. And I would have received it and thought, yay, another one, open it, yay. And I swear to God, I had three of him loose. It's not like you can army build him. There's only one NIEN NUNB, isn't there? If it was a stormtrooper, we'd be laughing because you can army build him. But, you know, part of me wants to talk to my younger self, go back in time and say, hey, buddy, keep one, don't open it. It's too late. Not that he really fetches as much as other figures, but I'm just saying it's crazy, isn't it? Opening it for the sake of opening it. But I was probably about 5 years old, I'm talking. Very young, back in the 80s. Anyway, so there's the car back. And that's a great looking figure. And I don't have him loose, but I can give you a good look at him close up if you'd like. And there he is. Very good. And he's gained a bit of weight in the Force Awakens, because the figure for the Force Awakens is not a million miles away from this one. But, you know, they've all gained weight. We're all gaining weight. Even I'm putting on a little bit of a podge after Christmas. Look at that. It's a lovely card, isn't it? Look at that. Amazing. And he's not the cheapest as well. He does go for a fair few bucks, this one. All of the figures in this part of the line do. Here's the back. All of these. We're getting a good look at some new figures now. I've reviewed most of them. Weekwade's coming up there on the left. In this series, anyway. I'm new. If you're new around here, I'm new to reviewing the entire vintage collection. I started my channel for other purposes, to speculate about the future of the vintage collection, and then I decided to kind of do my own archive of vintage collection figures from the past. So that's where we're up to. So I've got a few minutes left before I run out of space on my phone. So I will just do this head swap. But to tell you the fact that you can do this, if you're interested in head swapping or didn't realize you could do this one, the thing is you can get NIEN NUNB and other creatures of that species wearing flight gear. Obviously, he looks like that in Return of the Jedi, and he sort of looks similar in Force Awakens, but there are figures of him flying around as a pilot, or in pilot gear, and it's expensive to get that figure. But what you could do is, you could head swap. Look at this, it looks good as well. If you've got a spare Kian Farlander, and he doesn't cost a lot, Kian. He's a cheaper figure than most. And if you find yourself one of these Force Awakens NIEN NUNBs, you can make yourself a custom flight suit NIEN NUNB. Please do tell me his species. I've forgotten. See, that doesn't look too bad, except for the texture of the colour. The colour of his neck, it doesn't match the head, but who cares, man? I'd sooner do a bit of customization like that than spending ridiculous amounts of money on the Legacy Collection version of pilot suit NIEN NUNB. But anyway, this guy, peg warmed. I'm kind of hoping I do have more than one, because I might do that head swap and keep this one as the original Force Awakens version, but I don't know. But there's his belly. Well, you know what I mean? He looks different. It's not, and this is the thing about that's a bad 5 POA. It's not as good as that. I really want that loose. I would have loved it, but have him next door to Lando in the, you know, cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. So there you are, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed that. Again, I'd like to dedicate this video to Quan Ram. I believe that's his full name, his real name. Rogue Quan. So, here's to you, buddy. And thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, don't forget the usual, yada yada. Oh, what have I done? I've done that last time I did a video. The brightness went out of control. hit the like button, subscribe, take it a step further, subscribe for more. Tap the bell so you can see there's regular uploads on this channel. I hope you enjoy. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one.